Hello, Flinch! I've just rested up pretty good, so I'm good to go for a while. Hang on, I did just rest up, right? You're reminding me of Amnesia in Pokemon, where I always picture the Pokemon going, what was my special attack stat again? I'm sure it was pretty high, and then they psych themselves into doing something like that. Anyway, hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last time, we reached the A rank of Divine Salvager and achieved the title of Salvager Supreme, all in the same day. That, like, makes us the salviest salvager that ever salvaged. Or something. This time, we are here in Garfont Village to do the quest that I have saved for last in this quest run. We met this boy Jelved a long time ago on our first visit to Araya. That Gormati guy Nick, who joined up recently, I think he might have killed my mom and dad. Let's hear the juicy details. You anus! Harold is just like, breathe in, breathe out. Back when I was only little, my parents left me in Torrigoth while they went on a mission with a group of mercenaries, including him. But all that came back was their blade's core crystals. The lady at the inn where I was staying looked into it for me. Turns out that guy came back from the mission alone and then went off somewhere. Rumor had it that he betrayed his allies and taken the reward, or left them to the monsters to save himself. Whichever's the truth, he's a coward who left my parents to die. Makes sense. Sick burns here. I tried to warn you that he was dangerous, but he wouldn't take me seriously. He doesn't think Nick seems like a bad guy. I want you to help me find proof that Nick is the one who betrayed my mom and dad. This is awkward. What should we do? Really, I want to face him with my dad's blade and avenge them right now, but I can't do that here in the village. I want to make him apologize for taking my parents from me. We will do everything in our power. I'm sorry to ask such a nasty task of you. You'll find Nick in the training ground. Difficult Decisions. This is a sequel. This is the same boy who decided he wanted to become a driver in his parents' honor. Well, we'll start by hearing it from the horse's mouth. Oh hey, I know you guys. You fought together with Vandam, right? Yeah. Vandam actually took care of me one time back when I was little. I would be interested to hear the details. I lived in Gormod until recently, but before that I lived in Araya. That was when I met him. Anyway, when I heard the big guy had passed away, I just had to come and pay my respects. Makes sense. I'm about to head out on my first mission as a member of the band. Hey, do you think you could come along too? I'd love the chance to talk about Vandam with you guys. With Harold in tow, we'll have this Zekinated in no time! Agreed, let's not overdo it though. Pfft. Thanks, it's all settled then. We're meeting up with our squad chief, Corden in Spirit Crucible Alpus. Roger that! I was feeling a bit nervous actually, but now that I have you guys to talk to, I'm kinda looking forward to it. I'll see you at the meetup point. It's so funny to me how the less Zeke knows you, the more he tries to impress you. It's like we're already familiar with him, so he doesn't really try to impress us anymore. He's just like, hey, what's up, chum? And he's just more or less a regular cool guy. But with everyone else, he's just like, we'll have this Zekinated in no time if my name is not Zeke von Gunbu, bringer of chaos. All right, so before we head off to Spirit Crucible, there's a place I want to go. In preparation for this, I got into a fight, used Nia's level 3 special one more time. That's all she needed to level up that special to get it up to level 2.
Oh, so that's what that's for.
I highly recommend doing this because we have to go fight some of these enemies anyway while we're off doing this. Nia pairs well with this quest. Our destination is Underground River Lavi. Go to mid-level, go to the Wonderspring Plaza ruins, turn around.
We should depart.
I've criticized the maps in this game for not being as intuitive as what was in other games in the series, but I kind of understand it. There's a lot of long, thin areas here and a lot of irregularly shaped ones. It'd be kind of difficult to work in the same layer system with the triggers that they had before. Ah, wonderful. You made it. I hear Nick invited you to join. Sorry to bring you all the way out here. No worries. Your job is to take care of a few monsters around the camp area. I can't run a mission without ensuring my squad's safety, you understand. 3 monsters you're looking for are Gum and Grebel, and 3, Dusky Reek. Leave it to the Zekinator! Take out that many, and the rest of them will get the message, I reckon. Good luck out there. Roger that. Hey there. Thanks so much for helping out. Kythera told me all about the cool stuff you've been doing. I heard you've been traveling with some incredibly rare blades. I worked with some folks who were drivers back in the day. Man, they were strong. Wow, pretty impressive. Oh, but I shouldn't keep you when there's work to be done. Just go ask Corden if anything's not clear. So you were the one Nick was talking about. You fought alongside Vandam, right? I've heard a lot about you. My name is Kythera. I'm one of the old hands around here. It's a pleasure. Our targets are just up on top of this ledge. I believe there was a unique monster up here originally. I'd like to switch in Nia, because she's got to do her level 1 special, and that's sort of all we can do down here, so, you know, works out quite... Ah, you're not Nia! Either that or Nia's really been packing on the pounds lately. These, enemies have terrible draw distance? Oh, no, they were just hiding. Okay, Garmin Gretel. The Dusky Reek, on the other paws, are in the Wonderspring Plaza ruins. These are awfully convenient enemies to fight. I'm going to save you a lot of trouble right now. Go to the mid-level. Go to Elpis Great Hall. Walk back up this hallway. You gotta do all of this circling around twice, and then going up here, and then you can fight these guys, otherwise, it's just not worth it. In short order, Nia wants 5 of these dead. Knock out 2 more while you're here.
Play of strategy.
With smart using of her specials...
New power unlocked.
3 for the price of 1, Grandma, and I ain't insulting your hair color, Nia.
I love the promise of a new day dawning.
She doesn't say that before, I don't think. It's a new one that happens after the events in the Spirit Crucible. The little details in the battle quotes and just what you hear them saying on the field, showing the character development through that, it's wonderful. I love it when gameplay is used to illustrate things like that with really simple features. Damn, you're done already? Nice work. We were just finishing up the first stage of the mission here too. Let's take a break and have a bite to eat. To celebrate Nick's first mission, where I've put him on cooking duty.
What?
Vandam did the same for me on my first mission back in the day, you know. It's our little tradition. Allow us to assist. Really? That'd be great. You go ask Nick if there's anything he needs help with. Maybe we'll get to dig in a bit earlier than I expected. I bet you're in cahoots with the fire dragons to poison the Chancellor or something. Hey, I heard you talking with the chef. My mind was on cooking. You're gonna help me out. Yeah. That's a big help. I never expected to be cooking on my first mission, let alone finding the ingredients myself. The mercenaries of Garfon are a hardened bunch, that's for sure. I hope you don't think this is a job the Zekinator can't handle. He even posed when he said it. We've been getting really lucky with these idols lately. In that case, could you help me find a couple of ingredients I need? Cooking, I'm actually pretty good at, but I had no idea where to find the ingredients around these parts. Besides, even if something goes horribly wrong, I feel like you guys would be able to handle it. Is something wrong? Sorry, I just had a bit of a bad experience a few years back. Are you alright? Thanks for the concern, but I'm alright. So the ingredients I'm after are 7 shade trouts and a tarnish apple. I'm not sure where to find them though. Corden and Kythera might know this area better than I do. With Harold in tow, we'll have this Zekinated in no time. Anyway, good luck. I'm counting on you. He's not impressed. We already have all the items, don't we? Yep, we do. Nice. Here you go. Oh, hey, there you are. Thank goodness you're all right. We already had them all, man. Did you get the ingredients? Ah, yes. Perfect. Thanks. I'll cook them up in a jiffy. Cooking is a talent of mine. I think I may have made a bit too much. There's still so much left. Allow us to assist. Oh, you want seconds? Thanks, that gives me a bit of confidence. Gormati's spice is great, isn't it? Pretty much any fish is tasty when you bake it with a bit of fruit and a helping of good old-fashioned spices. Some allies I fought with once taught me that. I would be interested to hear the details. This recipe is all I have left of them. I was out collecting ingredients when it happened. Like you guys just now. I was young and reckless at the time, and before I knew it, I'd wandered into some vicious monster's territory. I ran straight back to camp as fast as I could, thinking I'd be safe with the others. But the camp was in a quiet area, and nobody expected a bunch of monsters to suddenly descend on it. I was the only one equipped to fight, and in the end, I was the only survivor. Sometimes I wish I hadn't gone back to the camp. If I'd just let the monsters eat me, everyone else would have been... I'm sorry. You probably didn't want to hear all this. Myself, I meant to ask you to tell me all about Van Damme, but I just... Come on, it looks like Corden's done eating too. We should go ask him about our next tasks. Yeah. Next time we get a break, you'd better tell me about all the cool stuff Van Damme did. This has been really good. Corden will brief you on the next mission. When that's over, I want you to tell me all about that time you fought with Van Damme. Ew, I'm stuffed. That was good grub. Next part of the mission is gonna be a toughie. But after a meal like that, I feel like I'm ready for anything. Stuff like this shows that while you're good, it takes everyone coming together to make a group. You know, that Nick Lad's food, it wasn't that bad. It had a, what do you call it? A gourmety kick to it. That fresh, spicy taste. Oh, but I'm rambling on, aren't I? You want to hear your next task. Well, I want you to go find me a shining stalactite. I heard you can find them somewhere here in Spirit Crucible Elpis, but I've yet to come across one. Leave it to the Zekinator! I'm counting on you, yeah? And while you're doing that, we're off to take out 2 brutal Aspid. You all right? They're meant to be pretty vicious buggers. It might be a bit tough on Nick for a first mission, but it's a good chance for him to prove himself. Your shining stalactite search might be too easy by comparison, but hey, you already took out a bunch of monsters. Well then, I guess we'll see you around. Yeah. It's in the mid-level, just over by the subterranean Lake Galantia that I recommended discovering on first visit. Did you notice that because this place is really hard on blades and has little ether flow, the Garfont Mercs only sent non-drivers on this mission? Nick is not a driver, and neither was anyone else that we saw. No one had blades with them.
What have we here?
Might as well collect a few things while I'm here in the area. I want to offer emotional support, but people are usually scared of me. I'd better leave it to Rex. Are you all right? Please, help. You have to save the chief. Is something wrong? The 2 brutal Aspid, they attacked us out of nowhere. Our formation was in tatters and we all wound up separated. Corden said he'd buy some time so I could get away and find you guys, but I don't know how long to hold out. You've got to save the others, please. Harold, give me your counsel. The task will be, it was within our power, I hope. Indeed, my lady, I will not let you down. Last I saw, they were in the Chamber of Pillars on the cavern's lowest level. I'll grab some spare weapons and then head right after you. I know it was random chance, but I think it's pretty cool that Morag specifically asked Harold for her help because she's so good at fighting down here with her level 1 special being her cream of the crop move. Not to mention how we just got to know Harold down here and everything that went down in the Spirit Crucible. This is... Here it is, we're on healing duty, it's gonna be rough. Zeke, I would get down from there if I were you. Thank you for listening. You usually have so much trouble with that, I know. If I could switch to Mithra right now, you would be in so much trouble, but I can't, so I'm letting you off easy. Nia, does your level 1 special do any healing? Another one of your goals is healing a certain amount of HP with your specials. Yes, it does. I should have known that it did. Or maybe that's just what happens normally with you because you absorb damage from HP. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Redemption. Ooh, topple time. Get him into the death plane. Down he goes. He's dead instantly. Any sort of trick like that, having high break, having a high thing that gets around break resistance, whatever you want to call it, I'm not really sure. An accessory that does so or any other effect, that's really good because any kind of flying enemy over a bottomless pit can just instantly die from that. I remember that I'm in healing duty. You're not over a bottomless pit, so Mithra's not gonna quite be able to deal with you as well. Zeke, you gonna, oh boy. Oh boy. Nia, you come out. Just like first time when we were here. Break him one more time. Oh, yeah, I don't really know how necessary that is. We could probably just chain attack it, honestly, in a second. Redemption, get Morag healed back up. I got the aggro. I should probably start evading stuff. Well, that's awkward. What? He just swooped in and ate me. I was up in the air and he just went chomp right. Guys, are you gonna res me? Well, I could have toppled it. Fine, I get it. You don't need me. I am a terrible disappointment. There that goes. I'll do the level 1 special again. This is what I was talking about Mithra being a special spammer. If she crits with her special, she's just gonna get it back instantly like she just did twice in a row now. She gets increased topple damage with this. So that takes it. Almost down. I could have done it, guys. You don't have to rub it in. Hey, over here! Chief, everyone! I'm so sorry. There was nothing I could do. I hid Corden in here so he wouldn't fall, but his wounds were too deep. They're all dead. It's all my fault again. Nick, we accomplished our mission. Let's give the casualties a proper burial, then head back to the village. You head back too. I'd like to talk to you at Mercenary HQ. Roger that. What's your problem, kid? Can't you see we're all exhausted? You let them die again, didn't you? Just like when you killed my mom and dad in Gormott. What are you talking about? Gormott. But it can't be, you're there. I had no idea you've grown so much. Nick, what is this about? This boy is absolutely right. I left my comrades to die and saved my own hide. I don't know what happened in Gormott, but you're not to blame for what happened here today. Get out! Out of this village! I don't want to see you ever again! Yes, you're right. If I stay here, I'll just get someone killed again. Someone like Corden. What in the... Hey, you. Help me out here. What should I do with this guy? Yeah, his fate is in our hands. Nick should stay in Garfont. Well, I guess Vandem did think highly of you guys. If you say so, it must be the right choice. I don't think I can ever repent for what I've done, but I'll devote my life to helping the people of Garfont. A satisfactory conclusion. What? No way! Vandem didn't like to dwell on things in the past. But if you're going to stay here, I think you need to have a proper talk with this boy. Yeah. You're right. I'll tell him everything. What an awful tale. You should never have returned to the camp. Now see here, young man. It's all right, Kathira. I often tell myself the same thing. Why won't you expel him from the village? I don't get you grown-ups at all. I'll avenge my parents one day with my dad's blade in hand. Thank you for doing that. I believe Vandem would have done the same. They weren't kidding with that title. This one was heavy. Dark defense up 5, ambush boost 4, and a bloody orb. If that bloody orb is what I think it is, I think that's when your comrades are fallen, you hit for more damage. Yes, it is. You are stronger when your allies are dead. That's a very grim topical item to give us right here. I'd like to go around and try to find Nick as well as Jelved. Oh, here he is. He's already training. Don't worry about me. I'm going to get so strong. Yeah, I'll be grown up in no time. I'll be a driver with a cool blade before you know it. Perun? I must uphold my own ideals of justice. And to do that, it would be helpful if you'd take me with you. Took me a while. They were actually over here out of Jelv's line of sight. Vandem would have told Nick to stay too. I'm sure of it. You made the right choice. I'm sure Jelv will be able to understand too someday. He just needs to do a bit more growing up. Nobody can live a perfect life unless there's some kind of god. I don't know, man. Gods ain't so perfect. You told a hopeless case like me to stay. And as I have sworn, I will serve to protect this town and the Merc Group. I understand Jelv might not see me in the best light. Oh, I don't begrudge him for it. If Vandem were here, I believe he would have wanted me to stay. If you tell Nick to do as he pleases, he leaves Garfont Village, never to return. You can't find him in Gormott. You won't find him anywhere. It's safe to assume that after 2 long bouts with survivor's guilt and already wishing that he had died that day, it's reasonable to assume that he commits suicide because of your words. That's what the other option is. It doesn't even get through to Jelved. He doesn't understand what likely is going to happen and still says that he wants to kill Nick. It's one of the most tragic and impactful endings to any questline. The quest reward also changes, giving specials level 3+4, endurance 4, and reflect immunity. This gets rid of any kind of damage reflecting ability and is actually a pretty rare ox core. Thankfully, we made the right choice. He's gonna spend the rest of his days making everybody very proud. That I believe. To end today, I wanted to go up by this big old tree. We've seen so much of it. It's a landmark that I always think of whenever I think of Garfont Village. And I'd like to talk to some people around here. To think the inscriptions here turned out to be the work of the ancient Nopon. I was talking with Ali's Day, and he explained long ago those murals used to be just above water level. Over the years, the place drained out, and now at the bottom of what used to be a lake, we have the whole mercenary village of Garfont. The history of Alrest holds so many mysteries to unravel. It's fascinating. I think I'm gonna set out wandering again soon. I wanna find more places like this one, brimming with mystery. This sort of reminds me of the legend that Mexico City was built on a lake, and when they saw an eagle grabbing a snake, you'd know where to build it. Little legends like that are neat. And this next point requires Nim.
I've been sharpening my fangs for this day to come.
For if we have Phonics Linguistics level 3. Did you know Mr. Van Damme used to live in Fonsamima before he became a mercenary?
What?
Is that so? Of course. Van Damme is just a nickname. His real name is Aquila Peronet Sol Esteriol. He's actually a scion of the noble Perrone family of Uraya. Wow, pretty impressive. Van Damme's just a name he borrowed from a famous person he looked up to as a kid. Makes sense. I heard him mention that in his more sprightly days. I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to these things. Additional details about Van Damme you won't get if you don't have a certain rare blade. Now, do you believe it's worth it to build the affinity charts? Ah, you already did. I'm not gonna pull that with you. That is all. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, we're going to cash in all of our quest rewards, become a lot stronger, and head out for the Cliffs of Moritha and the Land of Moritha to take care of some things that we need to do. See you guys then. God, we look like such a family the way we're all standing together. I love it. That's our Zeke. That'd be the name of the sitcom.